Hello everyone and welcome to another beautiful time as we look at issues for you today. What's that problem around you that you feel needs to be talked about? You know, sometimes they say the problem known is half solved, but is that the case right here in Nigeria? Abuja was flooded and some persons were asking questions. When did Abuja become Lagos, Port Harcourt? Probably Bayelsa. Is Abuja a riverine area? What's the problem? Is it that there is negligence somewhere by the authorities, or it is a natural occurrence? This will form the basis for our discussion today. My name is Ramsey Enoch Agbo, and of course, I have my guest seated in the studio as we look at this issue today. As we speak right now, some persons are lamenting, some are in the hospital, and properties and lives being lost in the process. But then, can we say this is the last time it's ever going to happen? Especially in FCT, the seat of power. Well, all of that will be unveiled and talked about at the course of our conversation today. Joining me on the program is, of course, a political and public affairs analyst in the person of Abdurrahman Aliagan. It's good to have you join us on the program.
Oh, I'm glad to be here again.
Thank you very much. And we also have Honorable Sheikh Kazim joining us on the program. It's good to have you join us on the program.
The pleasure is mine. Good afternoon.
Welcome. All right, let's get into the conversation for you today as we look at this issue. The flooding in FCT, what is responsible? Is it government's negligence, or you feel is a natural occurrence? Let me begin from Abdurrahman. What do you think? Were you expecting it was going to happen?
Yeah, you see, the issue of flooding in anywhere in the world is what we should expect at a certain time, particularly in Nigeria, more importantly maybe in Africa. This is a system that we are used to. When it comes, we always know, and we have to make this clear that rainfall is natural, but how we manage it, it becomes what we now be referring as a flood. Flood does not naturally happen. We all agree that there must be rain when it is time for it to rain. But how, as a human being, how do we prepare to manage if there is excess rain? That is now, it becomes a human thing, no longer natural again. Like I said, rain is natural, and we always know. More importantly, we have a national NIMET that always give us predictable indices of how rain is going to fall, whether it's going to come heavy or it's going to come normal. These are the predictable occurrences. But unfortunately, we begin to entertain what we can actually manage to get out of hand, and it now becomes a disaster. God has given us as a human being with wisdom, with knowledge that we can use to manage whatever we do call natural disaster. As far as we are concerned, as far as the level of technology in our let me say in our generation, in fact, almost everything that we can predict. The only thing is that there may be variance. Either we predict it this way. Actually, it may not come 100% at times, but the knowledge is there for us to prepare for what we, at the end of the day, be calling natural disaster. Like I said, rainfall, it has to come, either in heavy way or in a light way. But the way we are able to manage it, that now becomes human error, or what I will equally call government failure, because government is responsible for management of flood. More importantly, when government has established an agency that actually working day and night, years in, years out, to give us the predictable occurrences of how rain is going to fall. And apart from that, NIMET usually read out warnings. I think in 2026, what we can call their findings has shown that about 14,266 community in about 226 local governments within the 33 states is going to be flooded. And this is enough statistics for or warning for us as a government agency, government, be it federal, be it state, or even FCT, to take note of these, to take advantage of these statistics and prepare for rainfall, so that at the end of the day, we will not be a crying foul of disaster, flood disaster. The research has identified area in a particular area in Lugbe, Aso Estate, the area of Lokogoma. All these places have been highlighted and given, even in the media. NIMET read out press releases to warn people, government, about this disaster. But defiant to all these the releases, that is what at the end of the day we say it is natural disaster. The early warning is there. How do we manage it? I did think we are able to manage it well. We won't be crying foul that flood disaster. More importantly, in FCT, if there is a heavy rainfall now, every road you can see a lot of traffic. A place that is normal, supposed to be a normal plain land, becomes a river. So as a result of this, it is no longer natural disaster. I would rather call it a human failure, more importantly in government side. That is what I can say.
All right, now as it is, let me get to Sheikh Ayeni now. As it is, Ayeni Kazim. Now, the issue on ground, he has said, well, people should know, because this is not the first time it's happening. He even gave me statistics of places that are prone, all right, to this. I don't know why. It appears as if Nigerians are more reactive than being proactive. Is it true?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, we are talking of FCT now and not Nigeria in general. And FCT, as far as I'm concerned, ought to be the modern example for all other states, and not a laboratory for repetition. The flood that happened on August 15, this is not the first time. I was trying to get a place in Airport Road, which is Trademore. Trademore particularly, year in, year out, there's always a disaster there. But I categorize my own factors militating against that disaster into 5 stages, which is we have human decision. You see, when I got to this town, we were supposed to stay along Airport Road, and I saw the place. I said, no, this place is, there is not any government presence here. I cannot build here, because if I build here, I'm sure it will be demolished. I went to FCDA and I was told, no, that's not a regularized area that I should not buy, I should not. So human factor. Then we look at the obstruction of waterways. Then we look at poor planning. Poor planning. You see, you cannot have an administrator who does not know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And then I will just, the last is government negligence. Area 3 particularly, because I heard that the FCT minister went to the affected area and was asking them to vacate that place because he wants to demolish their structure, most especially the structures that is blocking the waterway, or those that build on the drainage, that they are supposed to demolish that place. Demolition is not the next thing. We have Department of Urban Planning as far as FCTA is concerned. What are they doing? We have Ecological Department. What are they doing? Before this happened, in February, I think Minister Wike went to check and they gave him some statistics. In 2023, they gave him some statistics. What do they do to prevent this disaster? What do they put in place? That's why we normally say we are in the, we are in a where space should be the logo and not promises. You know, if you are ready to serve, definitely you will have to plan well, not poor planning, your urban sector. Because if you look at everything that's happened, we have interchanges now around the area, particularly in the area side that the flood happens. You see there's an interchange there. It is only the government that awarded contract. It is only the government that knows the contractor. It is only the government that did everything. In this current situation, the government should not have everything to themselves. We should have an outsider, that is independent ecological personnel that will take assessment of what happened, how does it happen, and give it the better. And then they have to be transparent in all this infrastructure development they are building. In Nigeria, in Abuja today, infrastructural development has taken over everywhere, both commercial, private, and business-wise. It has taken everywhere in the city. Then there is no any vegetation that is prepared. There is no any reasonable drainage system. There is no any. Look at, I live in Galadima corridor. That interchange there. It's not only this one. It's not only this 15th of August rain. You know, anytime it rains, that corridor, that interchange there, you will see heavy water running down to the road, blocking road users. It's not about this rain. It's not about this heavy rainfall. So what I'm saying in essence is, the government of the day, this present administration, they are not the cause. They are not the reason this happened. But what are they in the office for? What is their functionality? What are they supposed to do? I think now you're hitting it. It's not their fault. It is not his fault. Doesn't mean it has not happened since they came to the office. It has happened since they have come to the office, and even before now, it has been happening. What do they do? What are the preventable indices or measurement they are put in place? You see, flood issue is not a political issue. It's not an issue you can just come on air and start talking, because there are two coins to this discussion. There are the engineering aspect of it, which I may not be of that person to discuss deeply about it. But I know FCDA. But you can talk about the person who has the right. Yes, to engage the urban planners. Are you getting me now? Then if the administrator or the people in charge are not, because what I see in the FCT, that's why we are saying we want to serve rather than promising. What I see is, we have all these environmental wherever. What they are concerned with is how to make the people, how to make the citizen, how to make ordinary Nigerians in the FCT to collect, use right hand to collect, left hand. I was in my office one day, they brought one paper, they say they have signed the bill. If you have a TV, if you have a generator, if you'll be paying as if for where in my office for what? Did you buy TV for me? I pay my tax, I pay those tax that was meant for me to pay by law. Why will you bring? I say, if you don't live here now, are you getting now? And they are collecting the money. Why won't they go out to check the drainage system? About 42.3% area 3 drainages are blocked in area 3. That's why this submerge happened. It is by research, it is indicated and it is pronounced that 42.3% of drainage are blocked in area 3. So this thing that happened is not just, it doesn't happen by miracle. It's been there. But what is the administrator doing? What are they concentrating on? What is their priority? Are you getting me now? So that is the issue that we will not fall, that will not have every rain for, that once in a while will not face this. Is like we will not be facing it. But what is government at the end of the day? What is governance? So the negligence of the governance is very big, and I'm not saying the administrator of the day has not done something good as far as fairly enough, but on this they failed. So
let me get to Aliaga now, because he said something about the fact that it's not the government's fault, because like even the media aid to the FCT minister also said the same thing. I think it was in the news. I read that news this morning when he was saying, well, this has been there, that it is not just now that this is happening, that this has been there. I don't know, is it time for blame shifting, or what do you think is necessary at this point in time?
You see, the point is that
that's somebody's car.
Yes.
I don't know even if there's somebody inside that car.
This is gone.
At this point, we all know today that, be it in Abuja, be it anywhere in Nigeria, like I made reference to NIMET, these even statistics are there to work with. But the issue of blame game, there is nowhere these kind of things will happen that people wouldn't be looking for where to carry the blame. Somebody is in charge of FCT. We have the Department of Development Control, where, just like my brother rightly said, that we have environmental board that they are majorly concerned on how to make money out of what they are doing. Anytime disaster happens, there is no way the blame must be apportioned to government, because Minister Wike is in charge of FCT and he has so many directorates under him, where development control is one of them. The issue of ecological department is there too, and there is ecological fund that majorly reeling out to address this kind of issue. Where are these funds going to? I can tell you in budget 2020, either 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 and 2026 budget, there has always been ecological fund. There has always been counterpart funding from donor development partners to address this particular issue. The question is, where are these funds going to? The moment there is fund to address a certain problem, and this problem continue to occur years in, years out, then there must be a blame. We must apportion blame to the authority that are in charge to address this problem. And the reason why they are appointed, be it minister of Works and Housing, FCT minister and other ministers, it is responsibility. They are appointed to come and serve. And the moment that there is negligence in their responsibility, the blame will actually go to them. It will go to them because, one, you will see some areas that marked to be demolished, that they fall along the water plain line. At the end of the day, you will see that FCDA, they will mark remove. At the end of the day, you discover that some people will go there and use one paint or the other to paint the remove, that thing there. They will paint it up and the thing will continue. I could remember vividly along Lokogoma area, there are so many houses that were
some of these videos, the flooding came from Lokogoma.
Why won't be blaming government? Because government officials went to these places and marked them that they are on a drainage water lane. At the end of the day, if you still go there today, you will still see all those infrastructures. So who are we to be blamed? Is it the unauthorized areas where people build houses that we all know? Just like my brother said here, that when he came to this city, he wanted to build his whole house, but he had to make a good from a very good informed choice that this place is not going to be good for him, maybe either in future or in near. So it has continuously been the government negligence, as we said, because like I said, government goes out to mark some areas that are to be removed because they fall on water plain line, waterways.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, be it only God knows what happened. The people will paint that removal out, and the thing will still be there. And that's so. And there is no planning. Neither to reel out information that so area, like we all know, the place along this airport road has been, since I came to this Abuja, that place has continuously been a prone area. Along Lokogoma is almost years, it claims lives, property destruction. So how won't blame those that are in position of authority that are expected to take necessary action to avoid all these disaster? So the fact is that no matter what, he who has built his house or houses in a water plain line, government has the authority to remove them. And the drainages, go to anywhere in Abuja, the drainages are blocked. Like a statistic was reading that over 42% of drainages in area 3.
That's area 3. We still have a lot of other places.
Go to the high ground, Asokoro and Maitama. The close to that Asokoro General Hospital, when every time there is heavy rain, that place becomes
I think a few days ago I was on that axis. I think Ezekiel can testify to that. And we saw waterlogged on the road. And he was driving and he was like, are people not seeing this? The people in Asokoro area.
The truth of the matter is, if you have an administrator that believes he owns the control of everything, and you look at the system of planning, because then when I came, there are some areas I want to buy, I even want to rent. I said, no, there shouldn't be a shanty, what we call shanty, in the FCT. If there are shanties, who created it? Because if the plan, we traveled out, we went to some cities. So when I went to Dubai, I was like, I want to go to the locals. I want to visit, I want to go to where the local people are. As in, I want to go to village. I want to go to where I can see different from the center we are. Maybe they say, what is village? There's no anywhere that's village. Everywhere is well designed. The plan you see here, the only thing is maybe in a room, 10 people, 50 people in a room, because they cannot afford to pay for an apartment, whatever. They have different names. They give their chalets and where they live there. But everybody is enjoying. The environment is the same. In Abuja, what is the town planners doing? What is the urban planners doing? Now, I am utterly against the decision of the minister to demolish anybody's house, because this zombie attitude of approaching issue is not the best. We have the planners, we have the urban planners, we have ecological whatever. They have numerous offices. Apart from that, they have commissioner on urban. They have, all these offices they created. What is it what do they created it for? It shouldn't be now that it has happened. Then the ripple effect is to demolish people's property. No, that should not be this thing. The corruption that has swept into the system, the systemic failure that has made us to get to this level should be addressed. Because if it is well addressed, people will not leave their home, family from east, from west, from north, and come here and come and build on a drainage outlet or a waterway or on a wetland that in the future, in the next by 25 years, the FCTA minister or the minister of the FCT will come and demolish your house. Nobody will do that. So we have to face the fact that we have a systemic failure in the FCT that we need to face head on. Are you getting me? If this will happen, it has to be all hands on deck. The minister, the FCT, Senate, the rep, the commissioners, all of them, not just collecting money, not just, are you getting what I'm saying? Are you
very particular about this collecting money.
Yeah, yes, because everybody, as far as the government of the day is concerned, is how to make the ordinary people. And every day I wake up, it pains me to my bone marrow. Everything, check your, even 1,000 naira you transfer, the government is collecting money. Petrol that we buy for 100 naira is now 1,300 and something, and yet we are still facing this problem. Definitely something big has gone wrong, and we need to say it, and we need to face it head on.
But what about the people? Like there was a time that this manhole that covers the drainage, that covers the drainage that flows all under.
Okay, the ambulances. I used to remove those.
It's a problem, and nobody is addressing whose responsibility is it.
It's the responsibility of environmental. What are they? All this one that the only thing they do is to fight people in the streets, to collect money from.
Is it these ones that pursue people that?
Yes, that's their job. They are supposed to have some of them, or in short, you see, when we talk of modern city, like I said in my opening statement, Abuja should be an example of a modern city where the minister can just open his phone and see what's happening in Maitama and see what is happening in Asoko. It's not possible.
This statement is taking me somewhere.
That is the truth. That is the truth. They have department. Do you know how many departments they have? The ministers have in FCTA, FCD. Do you have how many departments they have there? What are they doing? What are they doing?
All right, let me get to.
Abuja is a constituent that has a minister that has a senator, it has a rep, it has a commissioner, it has a state minister for this, commissioner for that, and that, they are collecting money. What are they doing with their offices? What are they doing there? So the corruption that is going on need to be addressed, because everything that's happening now is corruption that caused it. Systemic failure, that's what caused it.
Oh, all right, because it's having branches, our conversation is having branches now. You know, we're using the flood as a case study.
Yeah.
But we're looking at government's negligence generally. You know, when you talked about the FCT minister having his phone and being able to view whatever that is happening, it took my mind to the CCTV that one time we're told that in FCT there was a budget for CCTV, and we don't know what happened. Personally, I don't know what happened. This CCTV is not working. Let me get to Abdulrahman. Did you? I don't know if you met it working, or you feel someone just did abracadabra.
See, let me tell you. You know, the CCTV contract had been awarded long ago. In 2015, when the late President Muhammadu Buhari of blessed memory got into power, there was a story, a new sheriff in town that will publish that time. You discover that the contractors that were awarded that contract, they resumed back to duty to started fixing some of these CCTV cameras in Abuja, even the satellite town. So because the thinking then was that, yeah, with this President Muhammadu Buhari in power, if you have been awarded any contract that you left undone, the file may be reopened against you. So they came back to the street, started fixing that CCTV camera and the street lights there.
Yes, I could.
That time, if you are moving from here to Kubwa, you will see street lights, lightning. In fact, there was a woman that came all the way from United Kingdom to visit me there. As I took him from airport going to Kubwa, the woman was saying that Abuja is becoming London because of the serenity of the lights in the night. He was looking at it that it is high time that he relocates to Nigeria, so that thinking that Nigeria is taking me. You understand? But unfortunately, you know, everybody was expecting that the administration of the late President Muhammadu Buhari is going to give Nigeria a new lift. But unfortunately, the reverse was the case. Because, one, the corruption that had occasioned during that administration, it has no second part. Now, and we are talking of government negligence, or we call it government failure, because if a contract is awarded, it is expected of the contractor to deliver on that contract. Now, in a situation whereby the contract is awarded, the contractor were not being paid to deliver on their responsibility. You will remember, if you recall, recently, about 2, 3, 4 months back, that contractors in Abuja, they assemble in Abuja to demonstrate of non-payment of.
I covered that. I did a report.
So now, how would government will be boldly to challenge any contractor that is not delivering on the contract awarded today, because the government refused to fulfill its own obligations. And as a result of this, look at some of these contractors, they have run into serious debt because
Interest accumulation.
Some of them
The Abuja president of contractor died as a result.
Are you getting it? Because as a result of loan obligation, that even if they pay that money, the interest that are accrued on the loan, he couldn't. The money could not cover it again. Like he rightly said, that the president of Abuja contractors died as a result of this. So in a situation like this, what do we do as citizens? What do we do as government? Government has a whole lot of responsibility to address this issue. But as a result of, in a situation whereby 2024, 2025, 2026 appropriation bill budget are still running concurrently, how do we explain that? And all these things boils down on one service or the other. The service or services that are not being paid for, how do you carry out those services? So that takes me to the issue of the manhole, this iron culvert that are being used to cover. See, the NSCDC are responsible for the national asset.
Okay.
Public asset.
Okay.
Go to all these area where they call what do they call it, where they sell
Panteka.
You will be seeing government properties. All these culverts, they are there. I could remember I was watching on the FCT commandant of NSCDC, that he said that they are doing their best. Go to the houses belonging to Nigerians, you will find all these things there. As a result of, they got it cheaper because somebody that stole something can sell it any amount, and somebody that has no money can just go look for where to buy cheap things, and they get all these things there. NSCDC, they are aware of where all these things are. What are they doing to those people that are operating Panteka? Have we seen any time that any of them have been brought to book for buying? Because if a thief stole any public property, if you couldn't find any way to sell it, at least you will know that if you steal this thing, you can't sell it anywhere. He will resist from stealing those things. But the moment they steal it, they get somebody to buy it. So, and they now take it as an habit that this solar panel, I couldn't remember the government agency where they mounted about 200 panels, and they've stolen about 113 panels already. I'm telling you. So where do we go from there? The government, people in authority, position of authority, they couldn't find solution to all these things. Now, the blame will definitely go to government. So as a result of this, we just have to come back to the drawing board. We have problem. More importantly, this issue of a flood disaster is a problem, and is systemic, because something that will come, it came last year, it came year before the last. We are facing the same thing today. What are we doing as people? What are we doing as government?
Maybe we don't have any qualified urban or regional planners, or we don't have qualified engineers, or because you see, may God help us. May God just help us. It's only God. But when we are talking of God, we are the God. That's my own conviction.
We are little gods.
We are the God. Because the Almighty God has given us His peace. He gave us a country that is full of milk and honey. He has given us intellectuals. He has given us so many things. How in this century, 2026, where people are flying, where people, individuals, where cars are meant to fly, take you to your destination, from your destination you come back, or you take an electric wire from one point of, like people are living in Kubwa, to take an electric wire to area 1. People are living in area 1, take an electric wire to, some countries are already doing it. We have electric vehicle. I was in along this next, there's a company that is selling electric vehicle. I was there. 2 or 3 FCDA officials came. What did they come for? They say they have come to collect tax. I say, which tax? when they calculated all the tax, this, that, and that is going to about 7 million. I say, how many years have you opened this place? They say they've opened this place now, it's not to maybe 6 months. They say the people that are using the infrastructure before, that are in that place before, they are owing. So they will be the person, they will be the people that will pay that other debts. And they couldn't collect from those people. And they couldn't collect from those people. I just look at it. I feel like, God, is this country? Where are we going? Where are we going? We shouldn't be talking of flood. Yes, it's a natural disaster. We saw it in America. We saw it in some advanced countries too. We saw it. But those advanced countries that we are seeing it, they must have take a corrective measure. Maybe the storm or the water now overpower what they have set in place.
That could be natural.
And God, in His infinite mercy or in His own style or system, have a way of announcing something or telling you that you are not doing well, you are not doing enough. But in this our own, we don't have any waterways, as in we don't have any water that surrounds Abuja. The only water we have is in Jabi, and it's created by, it's a man-made. It's an artificial. It's a man-made lake. The lake that was created by Babangida, so that they will be able to. Are you getting me now? So where is the water coming from that the administrators will not be able to arrest this situation before it comes to this level? To have dealt with the situation before it comes to this level. But what we see them do when they are doing naming, you see cars. When they are doing housewarming, when they are doing this, when they are doing that, that's when you see protocols. Where are the protocols against this flood? The people sitting in the office, occupying the office, what are they doing? So we just need to have a reorientation, and we need to tell to our people, like what happened in Osun. Nigeria is owned by the citizen, and not by some set of people. There was no APC when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was alone in Lagos. There was no APC when Afghan candidate, I've forgotten his name, that they have told him now. These ones that build schools all over the place. Okorosha was standing alone. There was no APC when Obi was standing alone. So now there is no APC in Osun. Who made it possible? Who are the people that made it possible? They are the citizens, the people. The power in our hand is bigger than the power in anybody's hand. That will make me to just digress a little. We talk of spiritual powers. We talk of the sheikhs. One sheikh made a statement. I say, why would the sheikh not make such statement? Because the sheikh live on the government billing. The pastors, the reverend fathers, all of them live on government billing. Any man of God, or even the babalawos, even the other people that have known nothing, once their person attained the position of power, you see them changing look,
So in that aspect now, they will be there, and if something is going wrong, they will not
see anything.
They want to see, meaning the sheikh just made that statement because he's eating from the government.
In short, they paid him to come out there, to come and talk. Like now, flood happens here. Flood happens here. What stops the Reverend Fathers in Abuja, the League of Imams in Abuja, the non-faithfuls, people that have no God in Abuja, the lesbians in Abuja, the gay in Abuja, everybody in Abuja.
Nigeria does not, the law does not support gay and lesbian.
I'm just saying this. What stops all of us to say, let's come, this thing that happened, this is not God.
Let's protest.
This is not God. This is negligence of certain set of people. And how many are they to our number? How many are they? I don't have another country. That is why I keep on playing my role, playing my part. And they say, well, if you have a vision or you have a mission, you will not mind once in a while you find yourself alone. But I'm not happy being alone in some things. I am not happy because being alone, you cannot solve anything. You cannot do anything. You cannot achieve anything. You just be as weak as the way God wants you to be. So I'm calling on the citizens, most especially those who are affected now that they build, because before you place an infrastructure on the land, you must get a paper from FCDA. They must give you must pay certain money for you to occupy CFO. You must pay this, you must pay that before when you even start building. There are people that will come and check, that will check, that will like, where are all those people today? Where are they? So people should build, and when they finish building and something disaster like this happen, now ask them to demolish their house for what? There is still another thing that can be done. There is still a way out. So Minister Wike should stop this demolition of a thing. He should not try it with anybody. He shouldn't try it at all. All of us should make one voice. He shouldn't try it. I was talking to someone, I said, look, yes, he has done something reasonable. He has shown the northerners what they refuse to do, because all these drainages, obstruction of waterways, obstruction of water, all these things, it is known now. There are ministers before Minister Wike. What did they even do? What are all those ministers? What did they do? Except stealing money. And they are northerners. He's not a northerner, he's a southerner. And look at the differences he has made. But that difference does not now mean he will not have an absolute power to say this happened, this house A, house B is blocking this, is blocking. So there's a demolition. I don't want to hear that.
So what would be the option? The option is to find a solution to it. There's a solution to it. There must be a solution to it. The ecological team should come out. Because the other report that they were showing us, I think maybe it's the urban planners. I saw people carrying book. There is a solution. See, we live on top of water. The heart is on top of water. Yeah. There's a way they can channel water down. There's a way it's not what I studied, but I believe I have a goal and I've been channeling water in my own little construction that I do. There's a way you can channel water down. It will be going down. It will go down. So there's a way they can channel it. There's a way they can do it. Let's get a professional to do it. Burj Khalifa, what is he sitting? Burj Khalifa in Dubai, on which ground is he sitting? Do you know how deep it is? So please, as far as I'm concerned, demolishing people's house is not the answer to this particular issue. Minister Wike should just hold on. Stop demolishing people's house, because God don't build for them. Let me get you wanted to say something.
What I want to say is that you see, why building on a place that will later pose a kind of disaster to citizens. government must do their own part. The citizen too, we should also do our own part.
But the citizens that build there did not just build there without government's permission or approval.
We equally have some people that are building on a place that are not approved by government.
That one is not supported.
That is area where government must be proactive rather than reactive. One, in Abuja, the cost of rent is on high side. That is the reason why you see some average Nigerians go and be building houses in some areas that are not approved. So in a situation whereby government is not making provision for houses for its citizens, because an average civil servant cannot afford to build any house in Abuja, be it city center or remote villages. You have to do one thing or the other for you to afford even rent in Abuja.
That's true.
But if government makes it as a point of duty to make sure that there is enough housing schemes that can accommodate the population that are coming into Abuja city center.
Even the people in Abuja themselves.
That is one.
We have several people in Abuja.
They're supposed to equally make it affordable, even in these all remote areas, where people can get their land in an appropriate places, so that they can build houses. In a situation whereby some people are building their houses in a waterways, definitely water has to take its course.
Thank you very much.
So it has to be reactive.
Water must find a way.
Yes, water must find its way.
All right, we need to be very, very proactive instead of being reactive. Let's not wait for things to happen. Civil defense, other development, Nigerians who build houses on waterways, the government who have neglected and shifting blames, everybody have a role to play, or else we'll return again to still talk about the issue of flooding, the stealing of manhole, the stealing of lights, government negligence, and all of that. Thank you very much for joining us on the conversation today, Sheikh Kazim, and of course, thank you very much, Honorable Aliagan. Thanks for joining us on the program today.
It's a pleasure once again. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. All right, everyone, this is the size of the conversation. When it is bordering on the people, it is an issue. We'll return again to talk more on other issues. My name is Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thanks for watching.